Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to talk about a topic that many English learners find confusing, the phrase and the clause. Don't worry, we are going to keep it simple, slow and clear. I'm Manjana and Lalit is here with me.
Hello everyone, I'm here mostly to listen and learn today.
That's perfect. So let's begin with a very basic question. When we learn English grammar, why do you think we study phrase and clause?
I think because they help us understand sentence structure.
Yes, that's a good starting point. Phrases and clauses are parts of a sentence. If you understand them, making sentences becomes much easier. Let's start with the phrase. A phrase is a group of words that makes sense but doesn't have a subject and a verb together.
So, a phrase is not a complete sentence?
Exactly. A phrase cannot stand alone. For example, in the morning. This sounds meaningful, but it doesn't tell us who did something and what happened. Let me give you a few more examples of phrases. Under the table, very happy, after the match, all of these are phrases. They give information, but they are incomplete.
So, phrases add detail.
Yes, that's a very good way to understand it. Phrases add detail to a sentence. Now, let's move to the clause. A clause is also a group of words, but it has a subject and a verb.
So, a clause has both.
Yes, both are necessary. For example, she is reading. Here, she is the subject. Is reading is the verb. This is a clause, and this clause can stand alone. So, it is also a sentence.
So, all the sentences are clauses.
Good question. All complete sentences are clauses, but not all clauses are complete sentences.
Okay, that sounds tricky.
Don't worry, let me explain it slowly. There are two kinds of clauses, independent clauses and dependent clauses. An independent clause can stand alone as a sentence. For example, I like coffee. This is complete, it makes sense on its own. A dependent clause cannot stand alone. For example, because I was tired. This has a subject, I, and a verb, was, but it feels incomplete.
It sounds like something is missing.
Exactly. It needs support. So we can say, I went to bed early because I was tired. Now the sentence is complete. So let's pause and compare. A phrase, no subject verb pair. A clause has a subject and a verb.
That comparison helps.
Good. Now let me ask you something. Which one do you think is more powerful? A phrase or a clause?
I think a clause because it can make a sentence.
Yes, clauses carry meaning. Phrases support meaning. This is very important for English learners. If you want to speak better English, focus on making clear clauses first. Even short clauses are okay.
Okay, like I'm learning English.
Perfect example. Clear, correct, and confident. Many learners try to speak long sentences and get stuck. It is better to speak short clauses clearly.
That makes speaking less scary.
Now, let's look at common mistake. Learners often confuse phrases with clauses. For example, they say, because of raining.
Yes, I've heard that.
Because of raining is a phrase, not a clause. It has no subject. The correct clause would be because it was raining. So always check. Do I have a subject? Do I have a verb?
That's a good checking method.
Yes, grammar becomes easier when you ask simple questions. Before we end, let me give you a small practice idea. When you read a sentence, underline the phrases and circle the clauses. This will train your brain.
That sounds useful for the students.
Very useful. And for speaking practice, try this. Speak one clause, then add a phrase. For example, I study English. I study English in the evening.
Nice, simple but effective.
That's right. English is not about big words. It is about clear structure. So, let's quickly revise. A phrase adds information but is incomplete. A clause has a subject and a verb and carries meaning.
That summary helps a lot.
I'm glad. To our viewers, listen to how explanations are given, how examples are used, and how doubts are cleared.
And don't be afraid to ask questions.
Yes, questions are part of learning. If you found this video helpful, like, share, and subscribe.
See you in the next session.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.